What are our future plans? Are we still going to America? If we're going to America and Canada, are we taking the Consort with us? We're heading to Greece and Albania. Are we not worried about the crime in Albania and the potential volcanic eruptions and earthquakes that are happening there at the moment? And what have we named our camper van? All of these questions we thought we would answer in this video as honest as possible as we're about to board the ferry to go into Europe for the very first time on our great big adventure. So let's go.
So we're in a place called New Haven right now, and we're about to catch a ferry to Dieppe in France. It's going to take us about 4 hours, and then we're going to head straight to Cologne in Germany. We're going to get this big chunk of the journey over and done with, and we're going to be arriving in the evening. But that's cool because we're getting a load of it done now. So I've made a mega lunch. It's in the van. I've got 2 bags full of food and water and stuff. And I am going to be heading into Europe for the first time on my Irish passport. But I'm going to explain why this is a really good thing in a bit. But for now, we've got a ferry to catch. Let's go.
Have you got the key, sweetheart?
Woo!
Thank you.
Time to go.
I'm feeling jaded in the worst way, pretending that I got my life on straight here.
Thank you.
What time do we have if we pull into these bays? What time will it get us moving? Have we got enough time for a cup of tea? Like in the back to boil a brew, to boil a kettle?
Yeah, probably. You won't be going on there for another probably half an hour at least.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Cheers.
thank you. Oh, sorry.
Oh, there we go. That's the start of the trip. We don't have a thing here. So what should we?
On your dashboard.
I'll just start somewhere on here. Okay, all right, cool. Number 5.
Number 5, yeah.
All the time.
Cool, we've just parked up and we've got probably half an hour, 45 minutes before we need to board the ferry. So as you can see, 2 different colour passports. Janine is an Irish passport holder, I am not. But we've been married for 5 years or more, which hopefully means that we get the same entitlement, or I get the same entitlement as her. The entitlement being that Janine, because she's an EU citizen, she's not Irish, she's half Irish, she should get exemption from the Schengen rules that the rest of us have to abide by. But because I've been married to her for 5 years or more, and I didn't know this before I married her, but you know, we didn't leave. There was no Brexit when I married Janine. However, it was just a nice bonus. That means that I should get the same entitlement because we've been married for 5 years or more. So apparently, if we carry the marriage certificate with us, which we've got hopefully, then we should be able to prove that I can get the same entitlement. However, it's all a bit of an experiment. It's all a bit of a path untrodden. There's a lot of information online about it, to and fro, to and for. We're just hoping this time that it's going to work, and I guess we'll find out as we go forwards. But it should be interesting. As you have an Irish passport,
Yeah.
would you consider buying land in Ireland?
In Ireland, okay. The answer to that is not right now. We would consider it maybe sometime in the future, but as it stands, van life is something that we're both so excited about still, and that's the way we want to go within our hearts. So at the moment, no. But maybe sometime in the future. Ireland is a beautiful country.
A question we get all the time is what's our favourite features of the van. Both of us would agree that the bed is brilliant. It's the most important thing for us, and it's a super king size bed, and it's so comfortable. So the bed is definitely probably one of the top ones. But also the TV, which is something that we've never had before. Janine and I gave up TV a long time ago, but since we've had it, we've watched a lot of it, which is why I'm now quitting Netflix, because we don't want to be watching TV, we want to be exploring and stuff. And the heating system that we've got is incredible. It's been so good, seeing as though we picked up this van sort of like halfway through winter or towards the end of winter. The heated shower room in the morning is amazing, also for drying clothes in. But definitely one of the big ones is the electrics. The twin lithium batteries, half of the solar on the roof feeds into those twin lithium batteries, and then we've got the other half of the roof solar panels feed into 2 Jackery power banks underneath this seat here. So that means that we can always use coffee machines and air fryers. So far so good. This is the setup. So just underneath here we have our bedding. It's where our bedding's kept, but also underneath our bedding are 2 Jackery power banks here, fed from the solar directly into them, and then we've got a 3-pin plug as well, so that we can actually use the 3-pin plug. We don't have to always come in here. I'm going to show you one of these power banks now. So this is the Jackery Explorer 2000 V2, and it's fairly new, to be honest with you, to the UK market. It's absolutely fantastic. It is apparently the most lightest and compact 2 kilowatt Life PO4 power station on the market, and we can fully believe that as well. What we love about it is its compact design. It fits under the bench really nicely, out the way. It's got a carry handle on the top even, so we can lift it in and out. We love the fact that it's got an app that helps you understand what's going on with it, so that how much battery it's got, how much power's coming into it from the solar. So it means that we don't even have to get inside the bench to work that stuff out. This thing will also power 99% of anything that we're going to need in the van, plus household items, gadgets, and all that sort of business. So we've got a coffee machine that uses a lot of power. This thing's perfect for it. We've got an electric kettle, and we've got a air fryer. All can be used with the Jackery power banks. We charge this primarily by solar, but we can, if we wanted to, charge by sort of AC outlets, you know, when you go to an campsite or cafe or whatever, or even the cigarette lighter whilst we're driving. You can actually get a full charge of this in under 2 hours via an AC outlet, but it'll do an emergency fast charge to 80% in under an hour, which is amazing if you're in a pickle. So for van life needs, the Jackery has been indispensable to us, and for everything to do with travel, we absolutely love it. It's made the whole setup in this van really good, and one of our favourite features for sure. If you want to find out more about the Jackery Explorer 2000 version 2, then please go to the link in the description. There might also be a cheeky discount for our followers in there as well. And thank you to Jackery for sponsoring this video.
We're probably going to be here for a while, so I'm just going to make a tea quickly.
Oh, thanks, sweet. Amazing. This is the joys of a camper van, eh?
I know.
New text message from Jifgaff.
Jifgaff.
I'm dirty jeans and a 4x4, cruising down to your front door. I'm a closest pack and a whiskey neat.
Are you ready for this?
I am. I'm flipping well excited.
Good old boy and a country star.
Nice. Never been at the front before.
First one off.
First one off the entire ship.
Riding high, living free. Don't ask once and don't think twice, 'cause baby, I'm living the life.
Awesome! We are literally just about to set off from the port of Newhaven towards France. And we are heading as a major stop, so we're obviously going to Cologne first, and we're going to go to through a few different countries before we get to where this adventure begins, which is Albania. This main trip that we're doing is through Albania and Greece. We think that would be so interesting because of how diverse and how different the cultures are, and it being a part of the world that we don't know very little about, and is really far away as well. We know that. So we're going to be driving, I think, probably the best part of 2,000 miles, I think. It's a long way, but we are going to be stopping off at places along the way, but the trip really starts in Albania. So questions that we've had about this so far are, the first one being, are we not worried about the crime in Albania? From what we've seen from our research, I don't think we've got much to worry about, but you don't know until you get there. A lot of scaremongering happens before you go to countries, and it can put you off going to countries, but I'm sure from what I've read that the locals are really friendly and we should be okay. I mean, we've experienced high crime in France. You know, that's the highest amount of crime we've ever experienced was in France. So, you know, I'm guessing it's going to be safer than that or better than that, but we'll see when we get there. We're not worried anyway. And the other question that we got was to do with Greece. You know, they're having a lot of problems in southern Greece at the moment with regards to, especially Santorini, where they've had earthquakes and potential volcanoes going off. Once again, you know, a lot of these things happen in very isolated places sometimes, and you know, they don't affect others, and it shouldn't put us off going there. There's obviously, in summertime, there's a lot of dangers with wildfires and all the rest of it, so you just have to roll with the punches and see what happens and just keep an eye on things. The last time I heard, there was tsunami warnings for the south coast as well, but I'm hoping all that's passed. I think people are now returning back to sort of Santorini and places. That's the plan. It might change as we go along, but we think it should be good anyway. But whilst we're going to go through some interesting countries, Albania is where this trip's going to properly start off.
Thought I wanted the sunset in my hands to feel the
People want to know if we can do more than one vlog a week.
I would love to do more than one vlog a week, but it takes a few days to film the video and it takes a few days to edit the video, and right now at the moment it's not giving me much time off, so at the moment it's not possible, so no.
We've got 2 feet out the door, one of mine and one of yours. We both
both have memories.
This behind me is New Haven. That's where we parked last night on the beach.
In there somewhere.
Could choose to be the medicine for each other. No, we ain't gotta wait for someone else to say.
Saying goodbye to Britain and cruising across the English Channel to France, we decided to grab some lunch, and today, in an attempt to be healthy, I've made some picnic salad and air-fried veg bowls. Included in this mega feast is avocado, tofu, sweet potato, broccoli, cauliflower, hummus, hot sauce and Caesar dressing. And for dessert we have overnight oats with peanut butter, strawberry powder, protein powder and blueberries. It was so filling, but the perfect way to kill some time whilst heading to foreign lands. Oh my gosh, we're at the front. We're at the front and we're here. Woo!
They've got chocks on as well. Chocks away, buddy. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to undo the belt after that lunch. Flipping heck. Oh my word. Remind me when I get out that I've got my top button undone and the belt. It's not a good look.
Don't want to be flashing people as soon as we arrive.
I'll just step off the flipping thing and all my trousers will fall down. Drive on the right, drive on the right, drive on the right. I actually prefer driving on the right now. It's just getting back into flow of it. But once I'm flow with it, I prefer it to the left.
Yeah. Go for it.
After this truck.
Yeah, after the truck.
Take the exit to Rocard de Grandement.
Woohoo! We're in France.
Well, the first time our camper van has been to the mainland Europe.
I know.
It's really exciting.
So we have arrived in France and we are heading straight for Cologne, and we've even got a park up in mind right in the centre of the city.
Sort of.
It's going to take us. It's going to take us 6 hours to get there, and we might not get a spot. So yeah, we'll see. So that's the plan. It's now late afternoon and we have a huge drive to do, which is not ideal. However, at the end of it all, this evening, we will hopefully arrive in our favourite German city. With our new van and home, we've made a promise to ourselves to get out of the habit of doing these really long all-day journeys back to back, as we've found it's really not good for our well-being. And we've got plenty of experience of doing them now to know how detrimental they are. Driving through the French countryside is always spectacular though. Hardly a soul on the roads. Bliss.
I've got 2 tickets if you wanna go. If you wanna go. Ooh, baby, we can hit the road. We can hit the road running. We ain't gotta know where we're going. We'll be better off. So you know I got 2.
Turn right onto Ande Ashans.
We made it. Look at these vans.
How's it right?
Well done for that drive.
Oh yeah, Mammoth Drive. Good night. Good morning from Cologne. 45 minutes walk to the city centre, to the cathedral, right by the River Rhine. Couldn't ask for more. Sun shining. It's going to be 19 degrees today. Wonderful. It's not too far south from the UK, but it's far south enough to get a few degrees better weather. Where we're parked here is actually a car park right next to a campsite. And here that has parakeets above our head. Interesting. A bit like London. But what's interesting about it is that we did actually intend to go to the campsite yesterday. You know, just arrive somewhere and get all your stuff sorted and stuff. And we saw this car park literally has no restrictions on it, right next to the campsite or air. So we thought we might as well just park here and see if we can get away with it. Saves paying, I think it's €18. We don't need the electric hookup because we've got full battery from driving yesterday. We've got a full tank of water. You know, really, we'll be all right without it. So I'm just going to suss the situation out and just double check there's no restrictions for staying overnight, although we have already stayed overnight, but stay overnight further. And we might spend a couple of days here, to be honest with you, because we just love Cologne. The campsite's full anyway.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
So we'll just stay here.
Stay here.
Yeah. Let's go for a walk into town because it's such a nice day.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Let's go. Arriving in the beautiful city of Cologne on this sunny day felt incredible. It's the first real warmth we've experienced since before November, and with the promise of a beautiful spring in the air, everything feels full of possibility. This has always been my favourite time of year, a season for fresh starts and new adventures. Speaking of which, today we're visiting a cafe that's been getting rave reviews online. Normally, we've been a bit sceptical of places like this, being unsure if they're truly legitimate, but this one is known for being exceptionally well run, respectful, and most of all kind. Introducing the Katzen Temple, which is exactly what it sounds like, a temple for rescued cats, a cosy spot where you can sip a coffee, enjoy a bite to eat, and bask in the presence of some adorable fluffy felines, and all the food is completely plant-based.
Like they shut us out. Well, they shut us out was a bit rude. We haven't even entered yet because there's cats in there. Why are there cats in there? Because it's a cat temple, apparently. It's a completely plant-based cafe that's a cat temple.
I have never been to a cat temple before, or a cat cafe. So apparently they're all rescued cats. What's that noise?
I don't know, it's not a good
I hope that's not a cat. Thank you. Oh, look at that. What is it? Cat rules.
Cat rules. You gotta read the cat rules first.
Cat rules, okay. So we're in a cat cafe. I can't see any cats.
There's one.
Where? Oh, yeah. Oh, there's another cat.
It's a little Persian cat.
Okay, so I've seen 2 cats now. The rules are you're not allowed to go up to them, they have to come up to you, which is fair enough. You're not allowed to put your flash on and take photos, which is also fair enough, because that might scare them. And a few other rules like don't scare them, don't feed them, things like that. But yeah, it's so cool.
Do you think life would have been different if we had have had a consort at the start? And how long do you think we'll be living in the consort?
That's an interesting question. Good questions. All good questions. However, what I would say about van life, of course, would have been really different from the start if we would have started with the van that we've got now. We would have all of the challenges we face, which pretty much is the whole thing's been a massive challenge. Some of it's been like too challenging, I would say. But if we would have had the consort from the start, we wouldn't have learned the lessons that we've learned along the way, and we've learned many about YouTube, about van life, about who to trust, who not to trust, what van to get, what we want out of life, what camper van we want, what features mean the most to us, what layout means the most to us. Yeah, all of those things have happened because we've had all the different vans we've had, and we've been to. And you know what? If we would have had a consort from the start, we would have never gone to India, probably, or we might not have gone to India. We might not have done the Camino Santiago trek. We might not have gone to the Arctic Circle. So there's no regrets at all. But yes, it would have been massively different. And something that Janine and I spoke about this morning was if we win the lottery, which you've got to buy tickets to win the lottery, I get that, which we don't. But if we win the lottery, would we still keep our van? And both of us said yes, we would. So that's how much we love our van at the moment. And so with the second question, do we see ourselves doing van life or living in our consort forever? For now, it's absolutely brilliant. We've got no desire to change whatsoever. We are so sick of looking for new vans, trying to get the right van. Now we've found the right van, we intend to keep it for a very long time. But we do live day by day, week by week. We don't generally think too hard into the future because the world's changing too quickly, and it looks like our food's on the way.
You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down.
Celine got the vegan chicken sandwich and chips, and I got a chicken Buddha bowl with rice and lots of salad. It looks so good.
Bending all the rules, talking way too loud, and you're talking rude. You're playing a game, driving me insane. Your heart is back, and it's a fact, no turning back. You got me tiptoeing around you like you made of glass.
Oh my gosh, that food. I'm so stuffed after all that food. And I'm so tired after all that walking. Oh, just gonna put my feet up. Woo. And it's so hot as well. It's the warmest I've been since before November. How you feeling?
I'm good. That's the sort of exercise I wanted to do. Right, so a drink, shall we? Thank you very much. Oh God.
Okay, so
I don't think we got much sleep last night. We arrived late as well. Like we've turned into zombies all of a sudden. So apologies. So with the water situation, as you can see, it's we're drinking teas now. This is out of the tap and boiled, and there's no flavour whatsoever. We are so pleased about that. It did take a little while for even us to flush the taste completely away, but we're back on track again. It means a lot to us because it means whilst we do buy bottled water, we're buying less bottled water now. So cheers.
I think I might have to go to sleep because I'm feeling really tired, so I might have an afternoon nap. But before I do, a siesta as Liam calls it. But before I do that, I'm going to tell you, I've been asked actually, what camera do we use? And we actually use a few different cameras. The one that I'm using at the moment is called the Sony ZV-E1, and I absolutely love it. We also use another camera called the DJI Osmo Pocket or Pocket 3, and that one's really good. That's good in low light. If you're in a low light situation, that one is really good. And we use the Insta360 for sticking out the van and getting a different angle of like the van, or as we're walking, it just does different angles, and that's really cool as well.
Who would have known years ago something beautiful could take a hold of your world, lead you down that road where you'd never go? Who could have seen or believed it turned out like this? What seemed perfect, what felt right would be such a mess. And if you forget, it's not over yet. Get what you got left.
You're right. You're not sat on bed.
I don't think so.
Did you look? Stand up over here. Yeah, you sat right directly on some. Yeah.
Well, should we go somewhere else?
You sitting bird poo again? No, you're alright this time.
I'm alright this time.
You're like a magnet for bird poo.
I'm the bird poo magnet.
You know, it's not one of the best qualities of a person.
I'm so proud of it.
I don't know if I should be sitting next to you.
I see the light. Oh, I see the light.
B51 is closed.
Good morning. Okay, we're going to go because the guy who owns the campsite that's been full, apart from today when it's not full, has just had a massive go at us for parking here. This is a free public car park as far as we can see, and he doesn't like vans parking here because he wants them to use their campsite even though it's full yesterday. He got quite rude and aggressive, to be honest with you. No need for it whatsoever, especially given the fact that it was full. But anyway, we don't want any negativity at all, so we are going to get going. We're going to go to our next journey. We're going to go to our next destination called, can't remember the name of the town, but it's the start of one of the best roads and routes in the whole of Europe, apparently, and we only just found out about it. It's a 4-hour drive, so we need to get moving.
So, as Liam was saying, we are heading to a place called Rzburg, and yeah, so we're going there. It's going to take a couple of hours. And the day today is so different to yesterday. It's really foggy and it's quite cold actually. Yesterday, I can't believe how nice and warm it was. It felt like spring, or spring's coming, and then today it just feels like we're straight back in winter again. And also we're heading to the mountains, so I don't know what that's going to do to the whole climate, whether it's going to suddenly get really cold. So yeah, we'll just see anyway.
So the journey from Cologne to Rzburg went from misty skies to complete downpour very quickly, and managed to keep the rain momentum for most of our journey. However, the ray of light greeting us at the end was a beautiful rainbow shining from just above, and then behind the dark black clouds the sun beamed down, welcoming us to one of Germany's famous wine regions.
This is Rzburg. I hate tram lines, man. Look, tram coming. Scares the life out of me. Ever since Paris, or whatever that city was in south of France. Okay, so there's a air just out of Stellaplatz, just down here.
Turn left onto Dreikronenstraße.
Cool. This could be it. This is Rzburg Stellaplatz, which is air in German.
Okay.
Okay, what we're looking at here, it's...
I'm trying, it's too far away. Oh God.
Oh, you do?
Oh, okay.
And it'll take a while and then spit it back out.
How much are you paying?
Well, it's supposed to be free.
So you pay on the way out?
Well, no, I think 24 hours is free.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Nice. Oh, it's a bit complicated. You've got to put your card in. Okay. And I'm always too far away from these things because Liam doesn't drive close enough for me.
Okay, do you need push it in?
Yeah.
Put the card in, it'll disappear, and then push a button.
Push the card in.
No, don't push it in. Let the card go in.
Let the card. Okay. It spat it out.
Push the button. Take it the top.
Yep.
Hey.
Yep, got it.
Hey, great, jump in.
Oh my God.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Okay, cheers. Cheers, mate.
This friendly guy, he sounds like he's from New Zealand.
New Zealand, Australia.
Or Australia.
You want to hazard a guess?
Yeah. Anyway, he helped us out big time. And yeah, we think we've got 24 hours here for free. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, sauna and 350 metres.
I really love it when you arrive somewhere at a park up and it feels really good. I think that guy coming up to us and being really nice makes such a difference as well. You just get a really good vibe about the place. And it just, for someone who has quite a lot of anxiety all the time, to have this situation when we pull up and we know that we're going to stay here for the night, I feel kind of safe, and it really just eases the anxiety. So yeah, I'm feeling really good about this. What a drive.
What a drive. Yeah, our drives are always long. But yeah, a question that comes up all the time is van security that we've never spoken about before. There's some bits of van security that we've got that we're not going to talk about because it's security. But the additional bits that we've got that we can talk about are we've got a new dash cam on there. So that's obviously something that we know that everyone needs wherever you're in the UK or travelling through Europe. And we've got these now as well. In fact, we've had these for a while, but we've never used them. These are the extra CCTV cameras as well to put on the outside of the van. So we're feeling pretty confident, although you can never be too confident that we're going to be all right. But I think we've got most bases covered.
Cool.
Let's go.
Are we in Winesburg? Is that what it's called? Why are you laughing?
It's not Winesburg, it's Rzburg that's famous for wine. I love the way that your brain works, it's so funny.
After the long drive, we headed into Rzburg, which is fascinating for many reasons. Not only is it a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but the birthplace of the X-ray, which also resulted in a Nobel Peace Prize in 1901. Rzburg is also home to Germany's oldest winery, founded in 1316, and the city is famous for its white wine, especially Silvaner. And talking of wine, we are now heading to a famous spot to gather for sunset.
I'm going to find out, I'm going to get a wine, if they've got one suitable. Do you fancy one?
Yeah, I'll go for a wine.
Can't not when everyone else is drinking wine.
I
Have you ever seen so
know.
many people drinking wine in all your life?
I know. We've just entered a bridge that apparently and quite clearly is famous for drinking wine. Literally everyone here is drinking a glass of wine. So we're going to join in.
Two dry white wine?
Yes, only cash, please.
Only cash? I can't remember what cash looks like. Flipping egg.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. Dankeschön. What's this one for the glasses?
That's for the glasses for your return.
You just and you queue here?
You can go here and inside.
Cool. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Wow, they're massive. They're actually quite big
It's
glass.
deceiving. They're 25s. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow, look at the colour of that thing.
I know.
It's amazing.
They're actually really big glasses. I'm not sure how much they are. How much did they cost?
€6.50 a pop.
That's not too bad for a large wine, is it? It's all right.
Oh,
That's nice.
Flipping lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, I could drink a bottle of that quite easily. Look at the colour of it.
You can't.
You see, that is like brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm down with the old Rzburg wine.
Really nice.
I believe in you. We can keep on living.
Well, this has turned out all right. Flipping heck. We timed it just nicely for sunset on this bridge with everyone drinking wine. We've got ourselves an air, and it's blooming brilliant as well. I mean, I can't get over the colour of it. This day has ended very, very well. We've started off with an angry campsite owner and ended with chin chin on the bridge of where we are, Weinberg. Rzburg, Weinberg, yeah. Rzburg.
We stood on the famous Alta Mainbrack Bridge at sunset with a large glass of local white wine amidst a flurry of locals gathering with their friends to do the exact same thing. This was a Tuesday evening in early spring and it's really busy. We can only imagine what it must be like in the 25 degrees heat of summer. We hardly ever hear people travelling Germany, but we think as a country it's got a lot to offer. There might not be as many free park-ups available as other countries, but the people are warm and kind. The towns are usually beautiful and everyone seems to like a good drink at the end of the day.
'Cause I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. Whoa, I believe in you.
Oh, well, that was so nice having a glass of wine on there, on the bridge. Liam's drunk.
He is.
And we're going to head back now to the van. That was so nice, definitely. One of those things that when you go away, you find things like that, they're things that you remember, aren't they?
They're the things that distract you from the fact that you're supposed to be going to Albania.
Yeah, they're the things that make your journey to Albania the trip.
Well, yeah, I could spend a week in Cologne. I could spend a week here. I could spend a week. We wouldn't actually get to Albania. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Anyway, we're going to go back to the van now, tear ourselves away from the wine bridge, and go hopefully get some sleep. Can you take the wine?
This one's ripped as well.
And this is the disaster of the bag. Liam's is just as bad, but I can't pick it up because it's got like 2 bottles of wine in it and it'll just rip more. Now we're going to go to sleep.
Well, we've got 2 bottles of wine, not to drink tonight, but to take to Albania with us because we've got no idea if we can find vegan wine in Albania. So that's why we got it.
Just want to show the view from our van.
Nice, right?
How pretty that is.
I think is that the River Rhine?
Yeah.
Same river that we was in last night.
Yeah.
But free air, free camp spot, wonderful place. No angry campsite owner. Brilliant.
Beautiful.
Good morning from a very drizzly rzburg. Not even drizzly, it's actually quite a downpour and it's just not stopping. It's one of those types of rains that stops everything from happening. But we're okay because we've got our comfortable, cosy van. Janine's in there cooking already and getting stuff ready, and so we're going to make the most of it. And what a beautiful evening last night was. We actually got a little bit drunk and tipsy. I swear that wine was laced or something, but it was so good. So what we're going to do is have something to eat and answer the most important questions that we've got left to answer. Probably save the best till last.
We have got two questions that we haven't answered yet, and we're going to answer one of them right now. And what is that one, Liam?
It's the name of the camper van. It's been asked a lot. It was because we've named every single van so far, so it would be rude not to name this van, and potentially bad luck not to name the van as well. We haven't got, to be honest with you, we haven't got a specific name, so we're sort of hoping that you might be able to help us out with it for the first time ever.
We're finding this one really difficult to name. I don't know why.
Maybe because we weren't involved in the build process of it.
Yeah, maybe.
And, you know, things have come to us in that process before. But either way, there's some themes that we've got. Yeah. We are obviously on the trip to going towards Greece. And ancient Greek mythology is very fascinating, and we think that we should link that into it. Also, the gods of ancient Greece have got very strong names, and they represent different themes as well. So that's the theme that we're going for. The overall theme is Greek gods, mythological gods. So here's the list that we've got. So which one should we go for? And they're mixed different genders. So the first one is Poseidon. Poseidon is a chap. He is the god of the sea and the protector of travellers. So he represents both adventure and the unknown. So that's the first one, Poseidon. Pretty strong name.
Yeah, it is a strong name, and our consort is a reef as well. So that's kind of got some sea links to it.
Yeah.
A little bit, so that could be quite a good one.
So quite a strong one so far.
Yeah.
The other one is Hermes, god of roads and travellers. Whilst that is ideal, there is a very unreliable parcel delivery company that's taken that one already, if they're still going. So I don't think we should be calling it Hermes, because you don't want a white Hermes van, do you?
No.
All right, so not Hermes. The other one I've got here is Hestia, goddess. Hestia, nice. Goddess of home and hearth. So Hestia represents finding home. She symbolises warmth, stability and contentment in that space.
Oh, I love it.
So that's another one. That's a pretty good one, right?
Yeah, that's a good one, yeah.
Poseidon would be a bloke's name. Hestia would be a sort of a female name as a goddess. Both of them really good. I sort of connect with that one quite well because it is like we found home and contentment in a space. So that's a good one. And the last one is not a Greek god, but a very famous traveller from Greek writings, Homer's Odyssey, is Odysseus.
Right.
And Odysseus is from the very, very famous book, Homer's Odyssey, and he's a mythological traveller who faced years of struggles before finally returning home. He represents resilience, wisdom gained through the journey, and the joy of finally finding the right place.
Wow, that one could be.
Yeah, and I like Greek gods, but naming a van after a god could be quite problematic in a way, maybe.
Yeah.
Odysseus is quite a nice name, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
but
quite nice.
To be honest, I'm happy with any of
I
them.
like all of them. Is that a guy then? Is that a...
Odysseus is the guy, yeah. So
like
there you go.
girl.
Oh well, let's see what people think. We're not saying that 100% that we'll go with what everybody suggests. However, if a lot of people do suggest one, then you've obviously onto something. So you have a choice between Poseidon, Hestia, or Odysseus. Which one should we go for? We're happy with any of them, are we not?
Yeah, definitely. They're all really strong names.
Cool.
Okay, so here is my Buddha bowl that I've made for me and Liam. It looks kind of like it needs a dressing or something. So we've got this stuff and some hot sauce. I hope that's going to be enough.
That'll be alright.
Do you think?
Yeah. The subject of this Buddha bowl needs a dressing.
I know. So this is tempeh. This here is tempeh. And it's like Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. But me and Liam love it.
I actually think you can learn to love it.
Do you think?
You can learn to love it. If you have it enough and have it the right way, you can learn to love that stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas Marmite, you can't sometimes learn to love it.
It was still raining outside, but we were in the warmth of our van eating a slap-up Buddha bowl with tempeh. Liam and myself can't eat enough tempeh as we love it. It's made from fermented soybeans, it's high in protein, rich in probiotics, a great source of fibre, low in saturated fat, and many more benefits. It goes great with peanut satay sauce, which we don't have today, but that's okay. We enjoyed our healthy bowl anyway.
So one last question that we haven't answered yet is America. So last August, we sort of dropped the news of our plans of wanting to go to America and do van life in America or RV life in America. When we dropped that news, we were without a vehicle and so much has happened since then. I think we've had like 3 vehicles since then. It's been a roller coaster, one that's been so unprecedented. Our plans are still to go to America and Canada. It's quite complicated, to be honest with you. So the universe seemed to throw a lot of obstacles in our way whilst we were trying to find the right vehicle to go to America in. This wasn't ever anything that we thought we would eventually get, but we're so pleased we did. And in the end, we had to sort of move our sort of need to find a decent base, almost like a home on wheels, above anything else, and just hope that would take us to America. Do I think that this thing will take us to America still? I don't know. It might very well do. We're still yet to see that. That's the whole point of these shakedown trips that we're doing. We're driving to the event in Southern Europe, as far as we can possibly drive. That's what we're doing, and we'll see how it fares up. We've got a few ideas if we don't decide to take this to America or Canada, and we're just going to play it by ear. We're in no rush. This trip to Albania is going to be brilliant. Albania and Greece, to see what they're both like with each other, it's going to be one hell of an adventure. From what we hear, it's just awesome. It's going to be an experience and a half, and one I hope that we're prepared for, but we'll find out next time, because actually in the next video we're going to do from here all the way down to Füssen in South Germany. We're going to do the Romantic Road. It's called the Romantic Road, and we're going to find out why it's called that, but it's supposed to be one of the best drives in the whole of Europe. And then we're going to take a slightly alternative route to get to Albania, which hopefully will pay off, but it's not we're not following Google's advice. All of that next time. If you like this video and we've answered the questions that you've given us sort of as best we can, then please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe and see what we get up to next time. Thank you so much for watching.
We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right.